That could be too much.
My
Hey.
Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth. Get this thing started. And the Broncos will kick it away first. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense set on first down. They'll try the run. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. That thing loose.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Line getting set on second down.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to the ground. Pulls his way forward. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time and late in the season.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. It's complete to the right. On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got
headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. They believe they can run right here. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. The run from the shotgun. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Trying the left side. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Right back to the well. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
On the ground with the counter. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Going for the big play. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Dances away. He's not afraid to go deep. Got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the defense doing work. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They'll give it to the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it to the right. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. First down here for the offense. Give to the single back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
Leaves it with the running back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain. But those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And when those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play, and they pick up a big gain.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the returner will be knocked down. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Going with the ground game left. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They give it to him again. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. Right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success.
He's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Now on the counter. Powers through the defender. That's a live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Flex, flex, flex. Get set, get set.
They feed him again. Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Buckeyes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Handoff to the lone back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here's the handoff. Discards a man. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field.
Pound 55 sweep.
Might as well give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Clear, clear.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Now the toss. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, these are the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points and you want to listen to analytics, you absolutely go for this.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll leave it with him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
On the option. Now the pitch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. To the end zone, and is picked off. And he is brought down after